Hello and welcome to the discourse. We have discussed participles and in the previous session we explained the infinitives. Today we are going to discuss the gerund. Again, just like the participles and infinitives, the gerund also is able to play dual role in a sentence. It is a verbal noun. That is, in a sentence, a gerund has the force of a noun and the verb. Let us check an example. Reading is her favorite pastime. In this sentence, the word reading is formed from the verb read by adding ing. Also, this word reading is used in this sentence as the subject of a verb which is, and hence it does the work of a noun. It is therefore a verb noun and we call it a gerund. Let us see some more examples. Smoking cigarette is not allowed here. In this sentence, the gerund is smoking. And like a noun, it is the subject of a verb. But like a verb, it takes an object. Thus, it acts as a noun and it has the force of a verb. I like reading poetry. In this sentence, reading is the gerund. Like a noun, it is the object of a verb, which is like. And like a verb, it takes an object. Thus, it acts as a noun and a verb both. He is fond of hoarding artifacts. In this sentence, the gerund is hoarding, and like a noun, it is governed by a preposition which is of, but like a verb, it also takes an object. Just like an infinitive, a gerund is a verb noun. Both of them are used as nouns, while they retain the force of a verb to govern another noun or pronoun in the objective case. So the definition of a gerund is that form of a verb which ends in the ing and has the force of a noun and a verb both. Since both gerund and infinitive have the force of a noun and a verb, that is, both gerund and infinitives can be used as a noun and a verb both in a sentence. Thus, in many of the sentences, either of them may be used without having any spatial difference in the sentence. Let us see some examples. Teach me to swim. This is an example of infinitive. The infinitive is to swim. We can change this sentence while using a gerund. Teach me swimming. In this sentence, swimming is the gerund. Now both these sentences mean the same. To give is better than to receive. In this sentence, there are two infinitives, to give and to receive. We can change both of these infinitives to gerund. Giving is better than receiving. Now both these sentences are exactly same in the meaning. To see is to believe. In this sentence again we have two infinitives, to see and to believe. We can change it to seeing is believing, and we have two gerunds, seeing and believing, and both these sentences exactly mean the same thing. So we can change an infinitive with a gerund in a sentence. Now let us check what are compound gerund forms. Compound gerund forms are formed by placing a past participle after the gerunds of have and be. The gerund of have is having, the gerund of be is being. So examples of compound gerunds are, I heard of his having gained a prize. Having gained, in this, gained is the past participle of gain. So having gained is the compound gerund. We were fatigued on account of having walked so far. The past participle of walk is walked and we have used it after having, so it is a compound gerund, having walked. He is desirous of being praised. Praised is the past participle of praise and we have used it after the gerund of be. Being praised is the gerund. It is the compound gerund. They were charged with having sheltered anarchists. In this sentence, having sheltered is the compound gerund. The forms having gained, having walked, being praised and having sheltered are compound gerunds. Now let us check the forms of gerunds of transitive verbs. When we use a gerund in active voice, the present form of love, which is a transitive verb, will be loving and it will be the gerund. The perfect tense form will be having loved. Having loved is the gerund in perfect tense form of the transitive verb love. In passive voice, the present tense form will be being loved, and in perfect tense it will be having been loved. Now let us check the relationship between gerund and the present participle. Both the gerund and the present participle ends with ing, but both are different, and it is necessary to distinguish them carefully in a sentence. We cannot replace them with each other. The gerund has the force of a noun and a verb. It is a verbal noun. The present participle, on the other hand, has the force of an adjective and a verb. Present participle is a verbal adjective. Examples of gerund are: he is fond of playing cricket. In this sentence, playing is the gerund. The old man was tired of walking. Walking is the gerund. We were prevented from seeing the prisoner. Seeing is the gerund. Seeing is believing. In this sentence, seeing and believing both are gerund. Examples of present participle will be: playing cricket, he gained health. In this sentence, playing is the present participle. It is acting the role of an adjective. Walking along the road, he noticed a dead cobra. In this sentence again, walking is the present participle. It is acting as the adjective. Seeing, he believed. In this sentence, seeing is the present participle. It is acting the role of an adjective. So, the same words are acting role of a noun in some sentences when they are being used as gerund, and adjectives in other sentences when they are being used as present participle. Now let us check the uses of gerund as ordinary noun. Sometimes gerunds are used as ordinary nouns. As for example, the indiscriminate reading of novels is injurious. Here reading is used like an ordinary noun. The is used before reading, the article the is used before reading, and of, the preposition, is used after it. Now it is a sign of a gerund used as an ordinary noun. The making of the plan is in his hands. In this sentence, making is the gerund. It is being used after the and before of. The time of the singing of the birds has come. In this sentence, singing is the gerund and it is being used as an ordinary noun. It is after the and before of. Adam consented to the eating of the fruit. In this sentence again, eating is the gerund and it is acting as the ordinary noun. The middle station of life seems to be the most advantageously situated for the gaining of wisdom. In this sentence, gaining is acting as a noun. It is being used after the and before of, and it is the gerund. So, when a gerund is used as an ordinary noun, it is preceded by the and followed by of. Now let us check the compound nouns. What are compound nouns? Gerunds are often used to make compound nouns. Let us see some examples of compound nouns. Walking stick. In this phrase, it is a compound noun. Walking is the gerund. Frying pan. Again, it is a compound noun and frying is the gerund. Hunting whip. Hunting is the gerund. Hunting whip is the compound noun. Fencing stick. Writing table. Both of these are compound noun and fencing and writing are the gerunds. Walking, frying, hunting, fencing, writing. These all are gerunds that have been used to make compound nouns. What they mean are: walking stick means a stick for walking. Frying pan means a pan for frying. Hunting whip means a whip for hunting. Fencing stick means a stick for fencing. Writing table means a table for writing. So these are compound nouns formed from gerunds. Before a gerund, we can use a noun or a pronoun both in possessive case or obsessive case, and it won't make much difference in the actual meaning of the sentence. That is, if we use a noun or a pronoun before a gerund either in possessive case or obsessive case, the meaning of the sentence won't differ much. Let us see some examples. I hope you will excuse my leaving early. In this sentence, leaving is the gerund, and before leaving we have used my, which is a pronoun and it is in possessive case. I hope you will excuse me leaving early. In this sentence, me is in objective case, it is a pronoun in objective case and it is being used before leaving, which is a gerund. Now both of these sentences mean same thing. That is, if we change the possessive case of the pronoun with objective case in a sentence before the gerund, it won't make much difference. Let us see some more examples. The possessive case is often used in formal speaking or writing, while the objective case is more common as it is used in everyday speeches. Let us see some more examples. We rejoiced at his or him being promoted. Now his is the possessive case and him is the objective case. More common is we rejoiced at him being promoted. I insist on your or you being present. Your is the possessive case and you is the objective case. Do you mind my or me sitting here? Me is the objective case and my is the possessive case. All depends on Kabir's or Kabir passing the exam. I dislike the managers or manager asking me personal questions. Now in this sentence, managers is the possessive case and manager is the objective case. More common is I dislike the manager asking me personal questions. Now let us check the uses of gerund. A gerund is a verb noun and hence it can be used as subject of a verb, that is as a noun. Examples are seeing is believing. In this sentence, seeing is the subject of a verb believing and it is a gerund which is being used as a noun. Hunting deer is not allowed in this country. Hunting is the gerund and it is being used as the subject of a verb. We can also use gerund as object of a transitive verb. Examples are stop playing. In this sentence, playing is the gerund and it is being used as the object of transitive verb stop. Children love making mud castles. Making is the gerund and it is used as the object of love. I like reading poetry. Reading is the gerund being used as the object of transitive verb like. We can also use gerund as object of a preposition. I am tired of waiting. Waiting is the object of preposition of and it is the gerund. He is fond of swimming. Again, the preposition of has an object which is swimming, which is a gerund. He was punished for telling a lie. Telling is the gerund and it is being used as the object of preposition for. We were prevented from seeing the prisoner. The preposition is from and its object is seeing, which is a gerund. I have an aversion to fishing. Fishing is the gerund and it is the object of the preposition to. We can also use gerund as complement of a verb. Examples are seeing is believing. In this sentence, believing is the complement of the verb seeing. What I most detest is smoking. Again, smoking is the complement of a verb which is detest. So we can use a gerund as the complement of a verb in a sentence. We can also use a gerund absolutely in a sentence. Playing cards being his aversion, we did not play bridge. In this sentence, playing is being used absolutely in this sentence. So in a sentence, we can use a gerund as the subject of a verb, object of a transitive verb, object of a preposition, complement of a verb in a sentence, and we can also use a gerund absolutely to qualify a sentence. This is all for today. We have discussed participles, we have discussed infinitives and gerunds in details. Please like this video and please share it. Please subscribe to the discourse. Thanks and regards.